Hi guys. So first thing we're not gonna do today is judge Ashley's attire because I'm in the house. I did 2 weddings this month, and well, in August, one at the end of August, one at the beginning of September, and I have 1,400 pictures from the first one and 1,600 pictures from the second one. And I'm just about to be in front of the computer for days, at least till Saturday. So, but somebody asked for me to show and explain my home setup because I posted some self-portraits that I took on my Instagram, and people are asking about how I took the pictures myself. So, it's really simple. It's not a lot to explain, but I do want to show you and to be really candid about where I am. So, this is my parents' basement. Mostly used for storage, and then like some of my makeshift office. So this area that I'm actually in right now is like a small living room area. Couches, TVs, table, whatever. But then I move things out of the way to set up my backdrop system. So right now this my phone is sitting on a ring light, and behind me is a white paper backdrop from Savage on a backdrop stand. I believe this is a newer stand. I got it off Amazon. Pretty much everything I have is off Amazon, actually. Pretty much everything. So backdrop stand, I would say maybe $120. Paper, this is, I don't know the exact measurements, but this is not the smallest one. It's like the medium size one. I think it's like 53 inches, 53 feet, 50. Number's not my thing. So, but anyway, it's the like medium size one. It fits about 2 people. I say I spend on average about $38 on a roll of this paper. And then I'm gonna angle the camera down. So right now I am actually, excuse my feet in the dirty paper, but I'm showing a flat lay setup. So I have this square marble floor drop. This is what it looks like. I think it's 23 inches by 23 inches, and it's from Replica Surfaces. I know that's probably backwards, but that's what that says. Replica Surfaces. I actually just saw an Instagram ad that they had, and I bought like 4 of these. I can show you the rest of them. But I just have that sitting on the white paper, and this is the product that I'm shooting right now. This is the Hey Friend, what do you call them? Networking cards. It's like a card game for networking by Hey Friend, Keisha over at Hey Friend. And I got a stack of these from her, and I'm just gonna do some quick, cute, styled product shots of it. So, products on there, and then the tripod that I have actually has a horizontal arm. So this is the tripod. Got it off Amazon as well. K&F Ioncept. Y'all know I can't look. Okay, you can see it. Read it. I'll link it somewhere. So the tripod is actually pretty cool. It's not the sturdiest thing. You do have to play around with it, but this arm. So in normal position, this looks like this. Regular tripod. But they have this system here where this top part, this top arm comes up and then goes over. If you can get it, it will actually come out. So you do have to hold it steady and make sure your camera is secure. And then it comes back in. And then I just kind of get it to a point where, see, the camera is super heavy. I have a battery grip and a 24-105 on there. So it's pretty heavy. So I have to like slide it back to a point where it's steady enough that it's not tipping itself over, or adjust the legs or something of that sort, and then lock it in. And for flat lays, this is perfect because you get directly over the product. So I don't even know if I have a memory card in here. Probably don't. Oh yes, I do. I was shooting something yesterday. So let me see if I can turn this. Cool. So then this is an instance where I will actually use the back view of the camera, because I don't necessarily need to have my eye on the viewfinder. And I would just use this to get directly over the product. So the phone, like I said, that I'm looking into is on a phone holder in the middle of my ring light. So the ring light is at an angle down a little bit over just above the camera, and I'm gonna take the phone off of that so that I can show you, so that the light is hitting above the product, not really creating any shadows and stuff like that. So Jesus, sorry guys, I can't get the phone off. Hold on. When you put it on there securely and can't get it off without breaking the nail. Okay. So, how do I turn? Okay, there we go. So, this is the ring light. I'm show you from this side because there's a bunch of crap on the other side. But, so this is the typical setup. I do have an extra tripod, so I have another camera as well. So, sometimes I might film myself doing something. But because I'm lazy and know nothing about video, those never make it to YouTube or wherever the heck I'm supposed to put it. But this is the setup. So people were specifically asking about the pictures where I was sitting in that chair. That's the chair. I was just sitting in the middle of the backdrop. I had my phone in the middle of the ring light turned towards me, just like I normally would, using it mostly as a mirror. I can also set up a mirror, behind the ring light as well. But I put the phone up there with the camera turned on and facing myself so that I can kind of see what I'm doing. And then for a portrait setup, I would have the camera on this tripod, obviously vertical, just right behind the ring light. So that, here, I'll actually try to show you that. Hold on. So hopefully you can still hear me. With the portrait setup, I'll make the camera a little higher, or the tripod a little higher, so that the camera sits right in the middle of the ring light. And so I'm going to take the phone thing off of here. Scoop the tripod up. Okay, let's see. So that would be the setup for the portraits. And then the cool thing about this is that I have a remote, obviously. So I'll turn the camera on to the remote setting. My remote is actually dead, so I have to buy a new battery. Jesus, I have to buy a new battery. But this is the remote. So in some of the pictures, because I am slow and awkward, the pictures might be awkward because I'm trying to hold, so I can't, the sensor is right here. So when you're sitting in front of the camera, you have to point the sensor like directly at the camera until you see the red light. So I can't like hold it like this because that will be blocking the sensor. So you have to press it and then like quickly hide it in some way. So sometimes it is under my hand, if my hand's on my wrist like that, or you might only be able to see a few of my fingers, so I might be holding it like that with my pinky, something like that. There's an art to it. Or I've tried to, I am so out of breath. Or I've tried to like press it and then like throw the remote, but that just makes the process longer, because then you have to go find it or get out of your position, so that you could, get up, get it, and readjust. And that might not be what you want to do. So, I think I posted a picture earlier that I also use this in the horizontal position with the camera, like kind of turned the other way. So if you can see now, like, I'm not that tall. And in the back of the camera, like, you can't even see the chair. Of course, I could lower the tripod. But then the stand that I have my ring light on, which is not the stand that came with the ring light or that is for the ring light, is actually an old backdrop stand. The other half of it broke, so I kind of just, and it's a sturdier stand. It's like super thick. So I use this for my ring light. But it does not lower. So if I lower the camera, it's not going to be in the, like, this is just about as low as the camera is going to be able to get inside the ring light. So instead of lowering the camera, or lowering the ring light or trying to switch the stand or whatever, I just use the ring light off to the side, mostly because I actually was trying to create a shadow in my picture. So camera or ring light off to the side, rather, camera over here, and then I had it in a horizontal position, hanging like to the side. So in this position, it's pointed down. That's annoying. But I had it turned this way. So this is the back of the tripod. And just turn the camera up. So hopefully, oh goodness, like that. So, and then I would lower the legs, depending on what angle I'm trying to get. But you can see there, if I zoom out, now I'm getting the entire scene. And then you have these levelers. Where is the leveler? It's like right there. Then there's another one. This tripod is so complicated. There's another one so that you can like make sure the camera is actually level. Or you can fix that in post, whatever you prefer. But again, that's my setup. Nothing fancy. I do not have a studio. This is a corner in my parents' basement, and we get shit done. So let me know if you have any questions about that. My ring light is newer. I believe the backdrop stand is either newer or E-Mart. E-Mart, I think. That's a brand, right? Here's actually my ring light case, my camera bag, my makeshift office, tripod. I'll zoom in on that name again. It's pretty good. It was pretty decent. I want to say I didn't spend more than $40 on it. The camera that I shoot with is a Canon 6D. The lens that I was using that day, oh no, it was this one, 24-105. Also have a 50, and I very often use a 85. That's about it. I have gaffer's tape holding down the edges of the paper. Get that on Amazon as well. What does that say? Lockport. It's upside down. Lockport. Just a regular roll of gaffer's tape. The remote. Obviously, this is specific to my camera, but they usually cross a few different models. But it's a RC6. You can look that up on Amazon as well. It'll tell you on the remote, in the product description, like which